didn't want to make this video. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have been so nervous to make a video like this for a long time. And that's because of the backlash. I think people are gonna, well, I always think that people are gonna think the worst of my little opinion videos. This video is no hate to anybody that wants to have a child early or that has a child early. This is just my choice. I do not judge anybody. You know, I just want to put that out there that this is my choice and this is why I am waiting. Not just me, but my boyfriend and I, why we are waiting. This is going to be the last time I talk about children on my channel until like the day I have a child, because I feel like the #1 question I get, or most women get, is,
when are you having a child? Why are you waiting so long?
We get asked this more than men, and it's pretty sad. I feel like society needs to grow up a little bit and stop asking this question, because everyone's choice is different and some people don't even have a choice. One of the reasons on why my boyfriend and I are waiting to have a child is that we are not financially ready. Money plays a big role with raising a child. I know some people are going to be like, no, it doesn't. You know, money's not everything. And I get that. I am a minimalist. I know money is not everything. But when it comes to clothing a child constantly, because they are growing, when it comes to having a decent live-in space for a child, you need money for all of those things. After school activity, gas money to the doctors, things like that. You need to have extra funds to raise a child. And it's not easy. I see how my sister goes through it with her kids and how it's hard. It's really hard for her to save. She has 2 kids. My niece is 9 and my nephew is 5. And she has done an amazing job with them. My sister is younger than me. She chose to have kids younger, which again, I do not judge, but I have seen her go through her battles with money, with raising the kids. And she has done a phenomenal job, a way better job than what I could have done in my 20s. So I give her huge props. She's an amazing mother, the best mother I have ever met, honestly. When it comes to me and my boyfriend, we don't feel like our budget fits with having a child right now. We think that if we were just to have a kid because everybody's asking us, it wouldn't be fair to that child, because you know, we couldn't really offer them anything. It would be the same scenario as to when I was growing up. I grew up in a very low income family, so both of us know how it feels with growing up broke. And I grew up with just going to school and going straight to our bedrooms, because we didn't have any money to do like after school activities or just anything. Like there was just not enough money to go around. I do have 4 sisters, so it's 5 us girls all together, so money was very tight. So yeah, money plays a huge role. That's one thing on why we are waiting, just to be a little bit more financially stable. This is my full-time job. I don't make a ton of money with doing YouTube like other YouTubers. A lot of you guys already know what I make, because I do monthly reset videos and explain my income and all of that stuff. So if you want to look at those videos, I'll have it linked up there, and I'll explain like how I make money with YouTube. And I know some of you guys have told me to just go get a second job, go get a regular job. It's deeper than that. That's a whole other topic for another day. I have talked about that in previous videos, where I like my freedom as a YouTuber, or as a self-employed worker, I should say. And yeah, I'm not going to give up that easily. So with my income with YouTube, and my boyfriend's also self-employed, and for those of you that do not know how self-employment works, your income fluctuates constantly. There is no steady paycheck. You get the freedom to do whatever you want when you want, make appointments, go to the bathroom when you want, have a lunch break whenever you want, which is amazing. I will say that it is absolutely priceless to not have to ask your boss like, hey, can I go to the bathroom really quick? Because that was my life my entire 20s and teenage years. So asking for permission to go to the bathroom sucks. And knowing that I could just like shut the camera off and go right now, it's priceless. With that all being said, self-employment, your income fluctuates. You know, and there could be 1 month with both of our incomes combined can make $4 grand. We can pay all the bills and have some money left over. And then the next month we can make like $2 grand or less. So that is how self-employment is. And it is a roller coaster ride. But we are enjoying it. We're enjoying it, and we're not being selfish to bring a child into this world right now while we are kind of figuring out our roller coaster financial ride, if that makes any sense. Another reason on why we are waiting is the house situation. I grew up in apartments my entire life. I always dreamt of playing in the yard. I always dreamt of just having a house of your own and not dealing with cranky neighbors or dealing with sketchy neighbors. We've lived in horrible neighborhoods and horrible apartments. And I always told myself when I get older, I want to get a house for my future family. So with both of us saving and trying our best to, save for this house, the market is just horrible right now. So if you guys do not know how the housing market is, just look at it. Look at how bad and how expensive it is right now. We were planning on buying a house in 2020 and 2021. Then the pandemic happened. No one knew that was going to happen. Life is all about throwing curveballs. So we decided to wait. And now it's 2022 and we're hoping that we can start looking in 2023, but no one knows. Like, no one's certain on how the housing market's going to be. Right now, it's a seller market, not a buyer's market. It is very pricey here, and no, we do not want to move. I love living in Boston. This is where the money's at for my boyfriend when it comes to real estate. If we were to move in any other area, he probably wouldn't get as many clients as he does in the city. So with that being said, the housing market is difficult here. You could find a 2-bedroom house that needs a ton of work done, like still has wallpaper and carpet. You could find a house like that for $600,000 to $700,000. And that's a lot of money. So the housing situation is very different. I know this place looks bigger on camera, but this apartment is small. It's a 1-bedroom. This is no place to raise a child, especially with the balcony. But for us, I just don't want to raise our kids in like a small apartment. And I want them to have a better life than me, than what I grew up with. You always want your kids to have better than what you had. And that is kind of stuck in my head. And the same thing with my boyfriend. So it would be nice one day to just sit out in the yard and watch the kids play. Even if it is a small yard, at least it's our yard and our house. And we don't have to deal with neighbors complaining about our kids running around, because that's what we dealt with as kids, like the neighbors complaining because we were running around making too much noise. And yeah, so half the time with us being kids, we had to spend it watching TV and sitting on the couch because we couldn't really get that energy out because we were in apartments. There was no backyard. There was none of that. So that's another reason why we are waiting, is that we're waiting to get a house. We're waiting to have a stable place to raise a family. And the last reason why I'm waiting, me personally, and I don't want to make this video longer than it is, but I'm not mentally ready to take care of a child. And I think a lot of us women are afraid to say that. It's really hard to take care of a child. I don't know anything about children. Yes, I have a niece and nephew, but I personally have never took them overnight. I've never taken care of them for an entire day. I have no knowledge of how to take care of a child, and I just don't want to learn right now. I want to focus on me. I want to focus on what we have right now, the moment. And I know this is probably going to come off selfish, and I'm sorry if it does to you guys. I used to think when I was a kid, everyone puts that in your head. I've had people ask me when I was 24, 25, 26, so when are you going to have a kid? And I used to be like, I'm not really ready. I'm not even dating anybody. And there would be people telling me,
Kira, you just have a kid with anybody. As long as you have your child, that's what's important.
Those people would tell me that it's harder when you're older. And now I think of it and how toxic those conversations were, when it came to those people telling me just to have a child with anybody. That's the wrong thing to say to somebody, especially when it comes to that person being unsure of who they are. When I was in my 20s, I didn't even know who, I was trying so hard to be like everybody else and not myself. I am more of myself now than anything, but I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do in life. Per se, I know myself, but I don't know what I want to do for work. If YouTube was to go to crap, I don't know what I would want to do. I don't know what I'm really good at. So that I'm trying to figure out now as an older adult, but I do know myself on a personal level. So I had my entire 20s to get to know myself, and I think that's very, very important when it comes to any human being, is know yourself, understand your own emotions, so that way you don't put it on your future children. I have dealt with a lot a lot of childhood trauma. Yeah, I have dealt with a lot of bad family members and a lot of mental abuse, physical abuse, and like I said, I don't really want to get into it on my channel, but I don't want to put any of that on my future child. I know I'm a little bit all over the place with this video. It's hard for me to put in words like how I'm feeling about this topic like right off the bat because I don't want to offend anybody, but I think it's best to learn who you are, to learn about mental health, your own mental health, before bringing a life into this world. My mom has told me numerous times that she wished she would have waited to have a child. You guys wouldn't have so much childhood trauma. And my mom and dad are not together. They haven't been together since I was 4. Yeah, all of that plays a huge role in a child's life. Like, obviously they're not going to live a perfect life. There's no such thing. Life is all about making mistakes, but I don't want them to suffer in the long run when it comes to me putting extra baggage on them for no reason. So yeah, I have a lot to deal with, as you guys can see. Like, this is the reason why I don't really like getting into the topic on why I'm waiting to have kids. And it's not just one thing, it's a whole lot of things. It's a whole basket of things on why we're waiting, and a lot of people do not understand that. A lot of people are just begging us to have kids, or, you know, waiting patiently by the phone for us to call them and be like, Kira's pregnant. I'm not in a rush. My boyfriend's not in a rush. We both have learned over the years that this is our life, not anybody else's. We make choices as a couple, as a team, and we don't make choices based on what other people are saying. So I just wanted to get that off my chest. Like I said, that's the most common question us women get asked is, when are you having a child? And I know some people don't mean it in a mean way, but it's just like so sickening of that one common question. Like, why not ask a woman about her day? Why not ask a woman about her career or just how she's feeling? Why does it always have to be, when are you having a kid? Anyways, I hope you understand more now on why I'm waiting to have children, and I hope that some of you guys will stop asking. Yeah, every time I say like, oh, we're gonna do a Q&A, I get more than 100 questions on,
when are you having a baby? Why are you not having a baby? Is there a reason why you can't have a baby? Like,
it is so hard to just have a normal conversation with people without that one topic coming up. I just wanted to tell you guys a little bit on a deeper note. I will put a little reminder. Any negativity that I see down below will be deleted, blocked. If there is too many negative comments down below, I'm going to have to disable the comment section, which will suck, but it wouldn't be the first time I have done that in my videos, because some people don't know how to keep like their feelings to themselves, and yeah, some people don't know how to act civil nowadays, but let's hope that we can all act civil in the comment section below.